and welcome to this month's even Stamp Around UK video hop. It's May 2024 and I'm Linda from lindaspapercraft.co.uk, and a group of fellow Stampin' Up demonstrators, we've all got together and we do a monthly video hop, and this month's theme is monochrome. And so I've chosen to use Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock, which are next to each other on the colour wheel. So the same colour, just different hues, tints. One's from Subtles, one's from Regals, but they're very similar. You know, they are the same hue, different tints. I think that's the right way around. So I'm using these two together. Now, once you've watched this, do check in the details below for the next one along and go and hop around all the videos, because we are a group of very different demonstrators who will show you lots of different techniques and different ideas for using monochrome. Right, so we'll get started. So I'm going to use an oldie but goodie that was reintroduced to me by my friend Carol Brown, and that is the dry cling film technique. So I'm going to use the Lost Lagoon to do the technique, and then I'll do the stamping with Pretty Peacock. Okay, so let's pop that to one side. So slightly messy technique, not always, I tend to avoid messy techniques, but I really like the effect this gives. So we are going to use some cling film, and I think you need about a foot. So, well, maybe a grid sheet worth. So that's between 30 and 40 centimetres. Oh, that's interesting. Just broken my cling film. They never work, do they, these cling film rippers? There we go. So let's shove that off to one side, and we're going to crinkle it up. Don't crinkle it too hard, you want to be able to unravel it all. So, but you do want it still to have creases in, you want lines, you want... And you need that, that's why you need the extra length, so that you can get it, because you're going to shrink it. Okay, so there we go. So I've got my piece of cling film. It's a really old technique, this. You can either do it with water or without, which we're not using water, which is why I call it the dry cling film technique, because if you use it with water, it does take a bit longer to dry, obviously. So, right, and we're just going to cover our piece of cling film with some ink. So I've got my supplies waiting by here, particularly my piece of card. Now this one, you can either do it bigger and then trim it, or I've actually got the size I'm going to use, and this is 8.5 centimetres by 12.9. So all my measurements are going to be on my blog. I've not turned my light on. Oh, it's not too bad. Right, all my measurements will be on my blog, and the link for that is down below. Also the supplies I've used as well. Right, so, and we're just going to take our ink pad and just cover that piece of cling film with your ink pad. Now this is also, you can do a double dip, so if you're not happy with your finished piece, if you've got big white spaces or anything like that, then you can always just go back in and clean it again. So, and as I say, just watch your ink pad and watch your fingers, because it is a slightly messy technique. Not too messy. Right, okay. So that's plenty of ink on there. Let's pop that away. So I'm just going to get my piece of basic white and pop that on top of where I've inked, and then I'm just going to get a piece of used copy paper or used printer paper, and I'm just going to press that down evenly. And this saves you getting, so you can do the edges without getting ink all over your fingers. Okay, there we go. I'll pick that up. See, you're getting a hint there of what it's going to look like. And let's see, so with any technique like this, every time is going to be different. Look at that. How cool is that? So I just love the way it's different every time we do it. Okay, so chuck away my cling film. And then we'll get to making the card. See how quick and simple that is, and that's already dry, ready to use. Okay, so what I've got is a basic A6 card blank, so piece of A4 cut in half at 14.85 and scored at 10.5. And then I've got a piece of basic white, which is actually, this is thick basic white, and it's 7 centimetres by 21. And then I've used these dies from our Stylish Shapes. So they are the second and third from the top, if you like. And I've made them into a frame. So I've cut 2 like that, which are here. And then 1 with just the big circle. Okay. And then it does leave you with 2 circles that you can use on another project. Pop those to one side, pop that in the bin, and then I've got another piece which is very slightly bigger than this. It's 3 millimeters bigger than this. As I say, all my measurements will be on the blog. Just thinking, yeah, so that's 13.2 by 8.8. Okay, so, and that's going to go on here. So we've got the 2 different shades of the bluey green. And then I'm just going to, so it's really quick card this. I'm just going to glue these 2 together. And then, oh, let's do my stamping first. Rushing ahead. Pop those over there, and we're just going to do some stamping. So I'm just checking I'm still straight. Yes, I am. Right. And as I said, we're going to stamp in the Pretty Peacock, so that's here, which is the darker shade of the bluey green shade. That's what I'm looking for. They're the same hue, but they are different shades, different depths. So this is from something about hoorays. Hooray for surprises. Beautiful, beautiful sentiments in this, and I just love that open font. It's gorgeous. So we're using Hope Your Birthday is Wonderful. So, and I'm just going to stamp that in the middle. There we go. Just gentle pressure on that. How gorgeous is that? I am loving these stamps. The whole set is really good. They've got some interesting secret windows and things in it. It's really good. So, and now we're just going to glue the frames around it. Okay, so we're gluing these 2 together first. It doesn't really matter which way around you glue these, because the bottom one's going to be covered up. So as long as the top one you can see your stitching, you're fine. Okay, press that down. Once that's glued, we're going to come back and put glue on the back. And pop that on there. See, really simple but effective card, very quick to make. The only thing I would say is this sucks up the ink, so use it with a stamp pad that you've got the re-inker for. Okay, there we go. Pop that to one side and we'll just build this up. Yeah. That was close. So this Lost Lagoon piece is literally Pretty Peacock, 3 millimeters bigger than the white. So it is a very narrow border around it. I think it just sets off the inking effect. And then just going to pop some glue on the back here. So the only thing I haven't cut is a piece of white to go on the inside, so which I would probably cut at 13.9 by 9.5. So then that just goes, so we've got a nice big border around the outside. So, and then you could do whatever you wanted from this point on, but I'm just going to add our sentiment just here. There we go. So for just a really nice male or female monochrome card, send it to anyone. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed that, and don't forget to hop along and have a look around at everyone else's video, and I shall see you next month. Bye.